Could Caitlin Clark return if the Fever continue to advance in the WNBA playoffs? Indiana Fever fans have been on an emotional roller coaster all season. After worrying whether their team could even secure a playoff spot and battling constant injuries, the journey has been anything but easy. At the center of the speculation stood Caitlin Clark, who missed a significant portion of the 2025 season due to health setbacks. Despite those challenges, Indiana shocked the league by finishing the regular season with a solid 24-20 record. This performance was strong enough to sneak into the postseason, where they stunned the Atlanta Dream in the opening round. Now, with the semi-finals against the mighty Las Vegas Aces looming, the question on every fan's mind is, could Clark make a dramatic return to help her team? Why can't Caitlin Clark return for the WNBA playoffs? Unfortunately, the answer is not what fans were hoping for. While excitement around the Fever is at its peak, the bad news is that Clark will not be part of this playoff run. Even if her health had miraculously allowed for a comeback, she would not have been eligible to play. As reported by Chloe Peterson of Indy Star, every WNBA team must lock in an official active roster before the postseason begins, and only players on that list can suit up. Since Clark was not included when the Fever submitted their lineup, she is officially sidelined until next season. Clark's latest setback stems from a groin injury she suffered on July 15 during the Fever's victory over the Connecticut Sun. After dishing a pass to teammate Kelsey Mitchell, she took a few strides up the court before suddenly clutching the right side of her leg. Frustration was written all over her face as she banged her head lightly against the basket support and walked to the bench. There, she buried her face in a towel, visibly fighting back tears. That moment marked the beginning of an extended absence that stretched far longer than anyone anticipated. How has Clark's absence impacted her season? Following that July game, Clark sat out 22 straight contests. In total, she has now missed 31 games this season due to a combination of injuries, including a leg issue, a left quad strain, and the recurring groin problem. Before her current injury, she was able to average 16.5 points, 8.8 assists and 5 rebounds per game. At one point, Fever head coach Stephanie White offered fans a glimmer of hope, hinting last month that Clark might return before the regular season wrapped up. However, those hopes were dashed when Clark herself confirmed via X that she would not be back this year. "I had hoped to share a better update, but I will not be returning to play this season. I spent hours in the gym every day with a singular goal of getting back out there. Disappointed isn't a big enough word to describe how I am feeling," read a part of Clark's statement. Currently, the Fever's active roster features 11 players. Alongside Clark, the team's injury list also includes Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Colson, Ari McDonald, Chloe Bibby, and Damiris Dantas. Even while sidelined, these players have not faded into the background. White praised them for lifting team morale and bringing emotional energy from the bench. "So having the whole group here, having those guys here gives us a little bit of a boost emotionally. And then have their perspective," White said during a practice session interview. "I mean, we have 3-point guards that are sitting on the sideline who can talk to our team in huddles, who can talk to our team throughout the course of dead balls, and when they come on off the floor," said White during the practice session interview. As Indiana prepares for a high-stakes semi-final matchup against Aya Wilson and the powerhouse Las Vegas Aces, the Fever will have to lean heavily on healthy stars like Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston to carry the load.